Hi, welcome to Open Cask Funeral. This is Walker and Ariana here, and we're going to talk about some dead things today.
So, since tomorrow's February 9th, I thought we should talk about the February 9th killer, because not many people know who they are. I mean, it's still an unsolved mystery crime thing.
Perfect, yeah.
So he's a suspected serial killer. He only killed 2 people. In 2006, he murdered a mother who was pregnant with her 6-month baby.
Yeah.
And he raped and strangled her. He stole jewelry from her, and they never found it. And her car was found abandoned at a motel, not even at her house. In the second murder in 2008, which was 2 years later, he strangled another woman, but the house that she died in her own house, and her house showed no sign of forced entry. But I mean, people in the Midwest don't lock their doors, so I mean,
just walked in.
I'm not surprised. The reason that these 2 murders are even connected is because he left a bunch of his own DNA at both of them, but like he never got caught.
His own DNA meaning like what? Semen?
Well, do you not know that one forensics law? God, I don't know what it's called.
I don't know the forensics law.
Whenever you go somewhere, no matter what, even if you like covered up like head to toe with clothing, you still leave your DNA there.
Okay, so like it wasn't like large quantities of semen everywhere.
It was like
skin particles.
Yeah, it's like skin particles, hair, like DNA.
Okay, the natural stuff. All right.
Or like fingerprints. I don't know. It was very vague about it when I was researching it. But they were both in Utah, both February 9th. That's why he's called the February 9th killer.
Utah's not the Midwest.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Well, maybe it's not just the Midwest that doesn't lock their doors.
Yeah, I guess. Everyone in Utah's Mormon anyway, so it's okay.
So, because the guy, his DNA, he was never caught because his DNA wasn't in the system. He wasn't, and still isn't, in any police database. Like, even I'm in a police database.
Yeah, because he kept speeding.
No! Yeah. I got my fingerprints taken when I was like 4.
Oh.
When I lived in California.
I did that for a Boy Scout field trip. Went to the police station.
You're a Boy Scout? What a nerd.
I know. Sorry.
Anyways, in 2009, that's when they discovered all the DNA. Because the Utah Crime Lab was like, oh man, these 2 murders are actually connected. And the police said he was Hispanic. And he was like...
That's racist.
Late teens, early 20s. I'm just saying what the police said. And that was in 2006. So, like... That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was 9 years ago. I mean, 11 years ago.
You tried. You gave it your all.
But yeah, and so in 2011 it was considered a closed case. Cold case. Because they couldn't prove who it was. They couldn't catch him. So that's our killer of the week, or month, or whatever we're gonna do. Let's talk about Split.
Alright, so there's this top quality movie right out there with, old Professor Xavier, and it turns out he has a multiple personality disorder with, 24 people living inside him.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Of course, yeah, but 24 people living inside him. One of them's gay, pretty good.
That one was good.
Yeah, he was.
That was my
favorite
good one.
Yeah, it was actually a really good movie, honestly.
I don't know how I felt about the ending. We're not going to spoil the ending.
We can't spoil the ending, but...
people are saying that there's a twist, but I didn't see the twist. I need to watch YouTube videos in order to figure out what the twist was.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It ended, and I sat there and I was like, "What did I just watch?"
I told you he's actually Wolverine, and he's part of the X-Men, and he came out, and this is the start of the X-Men series.
Okay, but doesn't it? This is what I told him when we first saw the movie in theaters. I wrote a short story about a therapist who was interviewing or talking to her patient, and this patient had multiple personalities, and they were all terrified of one big one that was scary and never came out.
Yeah.
And then it came out and killed the therapist that I was writing about, and I ended it with the news article, the obituary.
Yeah.
It sounded just like the movie. I wrote that 2 years ago.
Yeah,
for Mystery and Suspense.
I don't think M. Night Shyamalan took that and...
No, he found it on my laptop or something. He was hacking teenage girls' laptops. To get pictures.
That's how good our directors get by. It's Steven Spielberg. All he did was hack into teenage girls.
Well, Quentin Tarantino asked young girls for their foot photos.
Well,
so, did you know about that?
Yeah, I did, because he's actually weird.
I love Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
but yeah, Split was okay. I liked it. I'd give it like a 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5 maybe, 3.5 out of 5.
I'd probably go like a 6 out of 10. Probably would watch again.
I would watch it again.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
it's like Fight Club. I feel like you need to watch it twice in order to understand it.
Yeah, like now that we understand what's gonna happen at the end, you can watch it again and be like, ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then you'll get all the like little stuff like every single time Brad Pitt would flash on screen.
Yeah.
Didn't catch it until the second one, and you were like, "Did you see that?" Like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, because I've watched every movie at least 14 times. It's like I know where all Brad Pitts are. It's like
I know where all Brad Pitts are.
It's where's Waldo, but with a hot guy instead of a dude wearing red stripes.
I don't know. Brad Pitt could probably pull off red stripes.
I think he could pull off red stripes. Everyone can pull off red stripes. Stripes are good.
Okay. So we're gonna do an out-of-country murder now. Now this murder is kind of old, like way older than the one I just talked about. This was from... So this woman went missing in Australia February 20th, 1921. So it's really old. She was only 13. Her name was Chrissy Venn. And a lot of different sources say a lot of different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, one source said one thing, and on that source it was like, but other sources say, and I was like, well, that's not helpful at all.
Yeah, plus, it's Australia, and they don't have
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
They don't have real cops there.
I can't know for sure, like, what happened to her, because I couldn't find anything about her except for a Wikipedia page.
Okay.
And her obituary.
Really? High-quality court sources.
So, some of her sources say that she wasn't murdered until the 26th of February, which wouldn't make sense because she was found... I mean, it would make sense because she was found March 1st. But her gravestone says February 20th.
Okay. So it's strange. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Bad touch.
Yeah, but yeah, the original sources were saying, like, she was mutilated and found inside of a stump, like a tree stump.
Is that a stump, alright?
It was crazy. But then the other source was like, oh, she was strangled to death. Like, there's a big difference between mutilation and being strangled.
Well, like, one was a little bit more,
they
don't want to hurt people's feelings, so it was like, yeah, she was just strangled. It turns out she was, like, chopped up.
Turns out we go to Australia next year and they just mutilate us and put us in tree stumps, but they're like, no, she was strangled.
I'd fight anything in Australia.
No, everything's huge in Australia.
I'd fight a kangaroo.
Kangaroos will murder you.
Nah, remember that one? Like, there's that YouTube video. That one guy is like,
it's a kangaroo.
No, not that. It's kangaroo. Get that out of here.
Anyways,
the guy punched him in the face.
Anyways, so while I was researching her, I found her gravestone, which was super cool. There's a picture and everything. But she's buried in a Methodist church.
Okay.
And every single person there who knows about her murder says that, or claims that she haunts the road that the tree stump was near.
Okay. So now we can go to Australia and just, like, go find
That's what I want to do.
Spooky, scary
we should go to Australia and find her ghost.
Alright.
And go find her grave. And then it would be cooler, because then we can show our fans.
Alright, fair. Our fan. Like, there's going to be, like, one dude that's like, yeah, dude, yeah, you got him. You told us.
They're going to be listening to this, and they're going to be like, wow, that guy sounds really hot, but get that chick out of there.
Yeah.
Nobody likes females in, like, YouTube. Or,
because they're terrible, because they don't have any skill.
I know serial killers. You could ask me about a serial killer, and I will spit facts like a rapper.
Yeah. Well, so it's like you can't rap. It's like,
I can sing along to rap music.
Exactly, you can sing along, but that doesn't get you anywhere, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the next thing we should talk about is the creepypasta. My girlfriend my dead girlfriend
keeps messaging me on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. We'll leave a link to that in the description, of course, but it's this great, like, little creepypasta all about, like, how, like, this one guy, he loses his girlfriend to, I think it's a car crash?
Yeah, it was
It's a car crash. And then he starts, like, getting text messages on Facebook from her. And it's, like, top tier.
Yeah, he never memorialized her Facebook, which means someone could have hacked into it. But when he did memorialize it, he was getting, like, actual texts or letters or something from someone from her phone or something.
Yeah.
And then there's that picture at the end. Oh, it's like Smile Dog. The picture, like, makes it 10 times worse.
Oh, yeah. The picture.
With like, the bone face mask in the background.
Yeah. And then it's like, no, please, no, don't. And it's like, oh, please.
I love creepypastas. That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
I would.
We'll leave link to the description of that, probably from a top tier place.
Creepypasta wiki.
Yeah, creepypasta wiki, of course. Like, there's no not original or anything like that.
No.
Alright, so another next segment we have is the unsolved murder of the week.
Yeah. I'm gonna butcher this name because it's Japanese. The Setagaya family murder.
That's so racist.
I can barely say white names. So this happened in 2000. Not February, but it was December. In Japan, obviously. And there's 4 victims. Husband, wife, and then their 2 kids. I think they were both boys. This is where it gets really weird. The youngest son, he was 6. He was the only one strangled and everyone else was stabbed.
Oh.
Japan's weird. Anyways, this is where it gets even weirder, right? So the family's dead.
Yeah, as they do.
This killer is in their house and he stays in their house for up to and more than 12 hours.
Oh. He said it's like cooking himself some dinner. He's probably hungry.
Well, that's the thing. He ate their food.
As you do.
And he played on their computer.
Nice. Like World of Warcraft.
I don't know
Gotta
what he
feel
did.
the addiction.
And what's
Some
even...
arc.
This is what sucks, because you know how other countries have kind of crappy police systems?
Yeah.
Which is how... That's the whole Amanda Knox thing. You should watch that. It's on Netflix.
Alright.
But, so he left a bunch of clothes in their house.
Okay.
But he was never caught.
They don't care. It's Japan.
No, this is one of the largest investigated murders in all of Japanese history. There was 246,044 investigators on this case. And they found more than 12,000 pieces of evidence.
And they still lost it?
And they couldn't find him.
Jeez. Makes our police force look good.
I know, right? People. I mean, I bet he probably, went into the suicide forest and killed himself, because a lot of people in that forest have not been found.
Well, yeah.
Just kill himself.
Murder some people, and then I'm gonna go kill myself in a forest.
Who knows?
Yeah. Alright, so that's all we got for this week. Well, tune in next week, and this has been Open Cask Funeral for you. So, subscribe if you can, because we're a whore. Bye, guys.